49ers quarterback Brock Purdy has already had anything said possible about him under the sun, and he's only a year three quarterback heading into year three as Mr. Irrelevant. And obviously, he's going to get so many things said about him, whether it's his looks, his play style, etc. He's a hot button topic in the NFL because guys like him, according to some, shouldn't be in the position he is and be as good as he is, and it just doesn't compete with their brains. So it must not be real, or it's only a matter of time before the real Brock shows up. And I think those people are going to miss the boat. But it's always interesting to kind of get inside the mind of Brock and how he manages these situations, what he thinks, and how he goes about kind of blocking out the noise and staying focused. And it's really cool to hear his perspective. And he also talks about just being able to earn the respect of some of the biggest superstars in the NFL inside his locker and how that process has been for him as he joined the Pat McAfee show. Take a listen to what he had to say, and we will react to it on the other side.
When you talk about the dudes around you, that's kind of been held against you. And have you heard all the noise and all the chatter about how they judge you? And I think our big takeaway is like, not only is he Mr. Irrelevant, so let's not even, that conversation's done, whatever. Greatest Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Not even a question. But you're a rookie handle in business. It's like this is a young quarterback doing things, going into big games and operating at a high level. And then second year, you back it up yet again. But you still have a lot of people just burying you on a regular basis. Do you hear that? Do you try to keep it out? How can you in the modern world? And what are your thoughts on how you've been judged since you got into the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing, obviously. It's part of the sport, and I'm not saying, oh, woe is me or anything like that. I mean, it's part of it, man, and people are always going to have a talking point, and that's fine. But for me, man, all I care about is the respect with the guys in the locker room, with the coaches, the staff, the organization, and they see, how I handle business here and how I perform in games and what's on the film rather than just feelings and opinions and emotions. You turn on the film, like there's plays being made. There's a guy that's playing quarterback for what it is, and that's how I look at it. And as long as we're winning games, dude, it really don't matter. Like I keep it simple and we just keep moving the ball forward, and that's how I look at it. But it's part of it. So,
amen. You're a check down king, but your yards per attempt's like number one in the league or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, everything kind of is hypocritical to itself in the middle of the argument. And I'm very happy that you have the mental toughness to kind of just keep forging forward. As this young guy, has it been tough in that locker room full of dudes as a quarterback to be the leader? Because a quarterback, you're immediately put in a leadership role. You're the one that has to tell the plays. You're the one that has to get on people's ass. We saw you get a little fiery. I think George Kittle even told us, I saw Brock, get after a couple people, and George was like, I need to see that. That is what I need to see. Has it been difficult to be a guy that just wants to make team, guy that's not been really handed anything, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we need you to be a leader of adults here. Not just adults, some of the highest paid guys at almost every single position. Has that been an easy transition for you, and how do you handle all of that?
I mean, since I got here day one, it's been about, how can I, show these guys that I can play and earn their respect and not come in with a puffed out chest saying I'm the guy, follow me. It's been a process. It was obviously came in as a third guy, then the backup, and then starter. So, but how I've handled my process hasn't changed, and I think the guys respect that. And I'm a guy that wants to help serve this team and help win at all costs. Before, even when I was back up all the way till now as a starter, it's been the same thing. So they know that, they feel it, and so once I got thrown into the role, man, they've gotten behind me and we're like, all right, this kid wants to win and he's capable of leading us. So it sort of was about the way I carried myself rather than all the raw stuff. So but yeah, it's different because I was the last draft pick to obviously now we're leading this team and you got so many veterans like Fred Warner, George Kittle, Juice, all these guys that have been here for a while, and now all of a sudden, I gotta go in the huddle and lead them and tell them what to do, kind of thing. And so, but they've been great with it, man. They've got behind me, and I got just some dudes that they want to win, and so do I, and that's the ultimate goal. So, in that regard, they've made it easy for me.
Brock is just such a humble dude. As you guys know, I just kind of got to shadow him at his youth football camp. And just watching him interact with the kids, getting able to talk to him, and just kind of his overall demeanor. He's so cool, calm, and collected. Like everything about him, he's so even. And I would just have to imagine being in a huddle with him, just kind of the way he goes about processing all of the crazy stuff that goes on. He would be a phenomenal teammate to have. So being able to watch Brock kind of go throughout this process, and he's still maturing, he's still growing, and he's still developing. And I think that's one of the most exciting things about Brock is that the arrow is still pointing up for him, and he still has room to get better and take his game to the next level. So I'm really excited about the future of Brock Purdy. Again, if you just watch the tape, you can see how good of a player he is. People are going to knock him every single chance they get. I mean, just think about the Tom Brady narrative and how long it took for Tom Brady to shake his game manager narrative and just assume it's going to be the same for Brock. Anytime he has a struggle, anytime he has a bad game, people are going to come out of the woodworks to just see, told you so. And we knew that going into last year. That's exactly what happened. And so it's very simple. Just watch the games, watch how he plays, watch how he carries himself. This guy is a franchise quarterback, and he has made the San Francisco 49ers organization and fans, I think, really just proud and just happy to finally have a guy to call the franchise and be able to rally around him. Like, I think that is phenomenal. I think that's a good sign. And Brock is just going to, like I said, continue to get better. But what did you think about what Brock Purdy had to say on the Pat McAfee show? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.
There you go.
Ready?